That means you are ready to get started. Is that correct?
Right.
You are ready to get started. Is that correct?
Right.
All righty. That sounds more like it. We need to be energized, energetic, ready to learn, open-minded, motivated, inspired. And if you didn't come through that door that way, you will leave that way.
All right.
Right now, I want to bring on our resident queen. She has several titles. She's going to talk to you about goals and dreams. That's the first sheet in the packet. Who better to talk about goals and dreams than a reigning queen who set out her goals as a little one to wear that crown and that sash, than our very own Miss Alicia Hill. Let's give her a runway welcome.
Thank you, Miss Kim.
You are certainly welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, I know you can do a little better than that. I know it's early. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Who's excited to hear about how to properly set goals?
Me.
Great, great. Okay, I really love this part of the program simply because this is something that's really dear to my heart. I follow these rules that I'm about to teach you, so I'm not just reading something off of a PowerPoint. I actually follow these steps in my daily life, and just to see everything that I've been able to accomplish in a short amount of time, I know this information is extremely helpful to you all. So I hope that you have your minds like not a parachute, but a sponge, and just are willing to soak up all of this information and apply it to your life. So as Ms. Kim stated, my name is Alicia Hill. A little bit about myself. I am a senior at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, so I'll be graduating in May 2016.
Woo!
I'm extremely excited. It seems like just yesterday when I was a freshman, but it's been a great ride, and I'm ready to start the next chapter of my life. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, reaching your goals. Reaching your goals of success in all areas of your life is possible when using these 6 steps. The right attitude coupled with the proper actions can cause your dreams and goals to become a reality. Let's look at the 6 steps. So first, you must have a specific goal. And a goal is simply something that you're working towards or something that you want to achieve. So this could be anything. If you want to graduate from college, that's my main goal right now. Or if you want to own a house, buy a new car, send your kids to school, whatever it may be. But first you need to have that specific goal. The next step, you must have a specific time to achieve your goal. And this needs to be a realistic time frame. So for me, I didn't go into college thinking that I'm going to get my bachelor's degree in 2 years. You have to allot a proper amount of time. So I gave myself 4 years, which I will graduate on time, which is an extreme blessing. But make sure that you have a realistic time frame, just so if you don't reach it in the time frame that you want to, you're not discouraged or feeling down about it. So give yourself the right amount of time to accomplish it. Third, you must write your goals down. And this step is extremely, extremely important. It is so, I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to write your goals down. But not only to write them down, but you need to have it in your face constantly. So it's not doing you any good if you write it down and stick it in a drawer where you're never going to see it. You have to make sure you have it posted on a wall or in your room, wherever you visit on a daily basis. And for me, I have it right by my bed. So every morning when I wake up, I can review my goals. And that just puts it into existence, and it keeps it constantly on your mind. Fourth, you must develop a plan to achieve your goal. And this plan needs to be like a blueprint, step-by-step instructions on how you want to accomplish your goal. And you also, with a helpful tip, to have just have little small checkpoint goals as you're working towards your ultimate goal. For me, my main goal in life is to have my own fashion business, a luxury brand. And along the way, I have little goals to make sure that I'm on point. So my first main goal would be to graduate from college. The next step would be to move to New York and just begin to start my business. So along the way to reaching that ultimate goal, I have little goals along the way to keep me focused and on track. Fifth, you must decide what price you're willing to pay to reach your goal. And this has to be my favorite step of all, because whenever we want something in life, it's not just going to fall into your lap, but you are going to have to work for it. And so this is the point where you can discover what you're willing to give up in order to reach your goal. And knowing that it's not going to be easy at first, but when you get there, it's going to make it all more worth it, knowing that you had to give up something in order to receive it. Sixth, I want to get a volunteer from the audience to tell me why it is important to think about your goal every day. Let's see, right here. Can you tell me why it is important to think about your goal every day? You can take my job for a second.
I guess so you can keep it on your mind every day, so you know what your goal is.
Exactly.
Keep it on your mind.
And this one goes kind of hand in hand with why you should write your goals down and revisit them every day. You should constantly have what you're working towards on your mind, because if it's important to you, you should be thinking about it every day, and it's also speaking and putting it into existence. So make sure that you're thinking about your goal every day as well. Reaching your goals of success in all areas of your life is possible when written down. So now I want you guys to close your eyes for a second and dream. And if money was no issue, what are some of your dreams? And give you about 10 more seconds to think about it. I'm going to call on about 2 volunteers to tell me some of your dreams. And we also have little packets going around to help reiterate what I'm going over today. So, 3, 2, 1, open. Now, do I have any brave volunteers who would like to tell me some of their dreams before I call on people? Okay, right here.
House, my own house, and trust funds for the kids, and vacation time in the Bahamas or Bora Bora.
Okay. And one more volunteer who can tell me some of their dreams, or one of their dreams. Right over here. This young lady. I think her name is Miss Sophia.
So one of my dreams is to have my house paid off.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you to all my brave volunteers for telling me some of their dreams. For the second part, your dreams become goals after you place a date beside it. So saying that you would like to pay off your house and that you want to have vacation time in Bora Bora or the Bahamas, that becomes official when you say, you know, in 2020, I'm going to take that trip to Bora Bora. So that puts it in stone, that puts it in writing. When we have dreams and goals, we need to also place a date beside it so it can be concrete. One of my dreams would be to travel to Paris. I've always wanted to go there since I was younger, but just saying one day I want to travel to Paris, okay, it just throws it up in the air. But when I say July 13th, 2020, I'm going to go to Paris. That's my birthday, July 13th. That puts it...
That's a hint, y'all.
That puts it in stone and that makes it concrete. So make sure you have direction to where you're going also. And for each of your goals, it needs to have a purpose attached to it. And this is your compelling reason or your why of why you want to accomplish this goal. And I use this example just to put everything into perspective. Your compelling reason doesn't have to be this serious, but I just use this example to show you what a compelling reason is. So let's say that you're a parent and you have a sick child who needs a certain medication each month in order to survive, and this medication isn't covered by any type of health care, Medicaid, whatever. You're getting no assistance from it. It's totally coming out of your pocket, and it's extremely expensive. Without this medicine, your child could possibly die. So this is your compelling reason to go out and make enough money in order to provide that medication for your child. Once again, your compelling reason doesn't have to be that serious, but you do need to have a strong enough drive as to why you need to accomplish your goal. And that varies from person to person. What drives you may not drive the next person, but you just need to discover what is going to get you to go out and accomplish your goals. And one thing to always focus on is to always focus on the prize and not the price. So don't focus on what it's going to cost you to get to where you want to go, but focus on the end result and just stay focused on that until you accomplish your goal. And I didn't really tell you too much about myself, but here's a picture from one of the fashion shows that I did in February of this month. And just to show you that dedication and hard work, if you have a goal, just to set your plan, just get a plan together and just follow through. This year has been one of the most busy years for myself. I had 4 fashion shows this year. One in January, February, March. One in October. I completed my internship in New York this summer. Went to California last month to compete in a national pageant. So I've just had a really busy year. But I was able to get through it by setting my goals. So here's one picture from the Goodwill Rock the Runway fashion show that was in February. And I was actually one of the youngest designers to get selected for this fashion show, which is pretty amazing. Here were some of the advertising for the show. I was able to complete an interview on the news to talk about 2 of my looks. For this dress in the red was from a charity fashion show that I did in January. And this was from my junior collection for our fashion organization fashion show that we have every year. These are pictures from my internship over the summer. And just to show you how goal setting is really important, I had a goal since I was a freshman in college when I found out that we had to complete an internship. I told myself, I'm going to go to New York. I don't care what happens, I'm going to go to New York for my summer internship. And I worked my tail off to get this internship. You know, people in New York, they think North Carolinians, we're slow, we're country, we can't catch up, and we're not up to speed. Okay, my dad's co-signing because he's from New York. But I worked with the designer, his name is Laquan Smith, and he's designed for Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, and just some other big name celebrities. And I just went for it. I just sent him a message one day over social media, and I was surprised that he responded back to me because he has over like 40,000 followers. But I just told him what I was interested in and if he had any internships available. And you know, he responded back, send your cover letter and resume to this email address. I didn't hear anything back. There was no phone number on the website, so you really had to know somebody to get in. So I went back to his social media page and found one of his models that he tagged. And I messaged the model and said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Could you give me a phone number? And he was like, yeah, sure. Tell him Isaiah Hamilton sent you, and here's the number. I was like, okay, great. And so I just called and just followed back until I got the internship. So I'm very persistent. If I want something, I'll get it, or I'll find a way to get it. So that was really amazing. Also, this October, I am the president of our fashion organization called Threads at UNCG, and we had our first Pink Power fashion show for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we were able to raise over $1,700 for the Women's Hospital of Greensboro, which is really great when you can do something that you love to do while you're helping other people. And that's just a little bit more about me and how I use my goals to help me in my everyday life. All right, and now I'm going to hand the mic back over to Miss Kim.
Let's give her a hand, everyone.